Hello, Jer Jams. Your adventure starts here. Today's adventure brings me off a very busy street of Santa Fe Avenue to a very hip and trendy mall here in Palermo called Alto Palermo Mall. Now, this particular mall used to be a brewery back in the day that was built as a mall. So we're going to take a walk around Alto Palermo Mall, and in addition to show you a 4K walk of the mall, but also to show you the hyperinflation of this country as well. So join me on this adventure, shall you? Outside the mall here off of Santa Fe Avenue, one of the headlining stores you have is the Adidas store. And if you pan around, you have the Swatch store, and then you have a pastry store and kind of a vestibule walkaway with kind of a canopy looking situation there. Let's take a walk around inside the mall, shall we? This mall is comprised of 3 levels and a food court, actually 2 food courts, which I'm going to show you as well. But before we go any further, please like and subscribe to my channel. I have other great videos, Parque Las Harris, and I have Paseo El Rosadal and other great content that's going to be coming up in the future. If there's any suggestions you have for new videos, please let me know as well. But let's take a tour of this very interesting mall, shall we? Alto Palermo is a very kind of fashionable and hip type of mall as you walk through. But one of the things that most people will tell you, especially if you're a tourist, if you come to Argentina, one of the things that you really shouldn't do here is shop for products and services because, as I mentioned, they are extremely overpriced. And the selection of goods and services really quite can't match up to other countries. And another drawback to this mall, and I think this is just across the country as a whole, is basically you do not have any department stores in this mall. There's no Macy's, no JCPenney, no Sears, which is a huge drawback to anybody who shops here in Argentina. One of the things as part of this video I want to show you is just the inflation of this country and how expensive products and services can be. If you look here, a little bitty couch bag is almost 9,000 pesos. That's 45 US dollars. Here's another bag here for 11,000 pesos. That's about 60 US dollars. And down here you have a little Coach bag that could sell at Walmart for $10. It is $26 here in Argentina. Just a sample of the hyperinflation of this nation. And there's more to come as I go through this mall. A popular baby store here in Argentina is Cheeky. Now, interesting thing about Argentina is when you buy goods and services, sometimes you will see 2 times 1, sometimes you will say 3 times 1. But more interestingly enough, this is the whole catch to the whole deal. 3 months with no interest. And you will see this for a lot of goods and services, especially of goods and services that you may not anticipate or think should have those type of things. And what I mean is, I'm not talking about purchasing a car or purchasing a major accessory. I'm talking about little things that are very small. Like say, for example, you come down here and you want to buy those sunglasses. You can do that in Argentina. You have 3 months no interest to pay for a pair of sunglasses for your baby. Kind of ridiculous if you think about it. But let's take a look at the ridiculous prices here. So you have a t-shirt that is $89.90 for a baby. $89.90, 45 US dollars. But it doesn't stop there. That pair of sunglasses there for a baby that sells for $3 in Walmart, in Argentina you're gonna pay $70 for them. 70 US dollars. But it doesn't stop there. It gets worse. This is why you do not shop in Argentina. So those little baby sunglasses, you pay $3 at Walmart, you're gonna pay 70 US dollars here. But let's keep on with the hyperinflation nation, shall we? As we walk through this mall. Coming up on now, a little bit of food area here on the other side. Another promotion you'll see over here is the 3 times 2. So basically you buy 3 items and get 2 for the price of 3. Doesn't really make sense, but that's Argentina. More hyperinflation nation coming. There are several stores in this mall that are very of interesting nature. Here's one of them here. This is books in English for everyone. So if you are a tourist and you're looking for English literature, because a lot of times you go to Yeni and other bookstores You will not find any books published in English. It's all in Spanish. And some of you from the United States may remember this logo right here, K-Tel. Remember records from the 1970s, K-Tel collections. Boy, I think I had quite a few of those albums as well. And you go this way. Now, one of the things about Argentina is a very, very sexually open country. So much so that they even have a sex store in the mall. A sex store in the mall that's appropriately called Butt Man. So, you know, if you have those types of needs, you can get it right here in your neighborhood retail mall. Now, I'm going to show you also a couple stores that may be familiar to people around the world and country, because they do have a few of those. Coming up on Crocs now. Now, Crocs is available worldwide, and in the United States, you can buy a pair of Crocs for about $29. In Argentina, nope, not paying that. That white pair of Crocs is 17,000 pesos. 17,000 pesos for an item that would be $29 in the United States. That is about a 75% markup over the United States. So if you're gonna buy a pair of Crocs, go to the US. Next store is Converse. Continuing the hyperinflation of this video. You have Converse here. Say you want a pair of Chuck Taylors. No problem. You can have them for a beautiful price of, looks like it might be about 25,000 pesos. Again, completely overpriced, people. So there are shopping options that are available to you here in Argentina, but however, the pricing is ridiculous. Most people here will shop Mercado Libre, which is their form of Amazon, and other avenues because they don't want to pay the price. But some locals will actually pay these prices, not realizing how expensive the country is and how overpriced things are. And it happens quite frequently. So there's a lot of upscale, trendy stores in this mall. But on the other side of life, is extremely overpriced. And I can't stress it enough, and the variety really isn't what you would think overall. This is a directory of all the stores that are in Alto Palermo Mall. And it kind of breaks it down for you. As you can see, you've got Adidas, you got Converse, Crocs, Kiehl's, Levi's, Penguin, Samsung store, Sony store, Swatch. And then you go to the next level, you've got other stores there. A lot of these stores, you may not be familiar with. Tommy Hilfiger is a popular brand, but not too many on that floor that's really well known. You go to the next floor down, not really much there. Maybe Columbia, that might be a worldwide one. Vans is another one. You've got a KFC and Wendy's. You have a food court as well, as I mentioned. I'm going to show that to you. And it kind of gives you an idea of what's available. So there's free Wi-Fi in Alto Palermo Mall as well, in case you want to look at Wi-Fi as you're going through the mall. Here we are now on the second floor of the mall. You've got some great offerings here. You got Tostado Cafe Club. So if you want a ham and cheese tostado or some pastries, you've got that choice available to you. If you're looking for new shoes, you got Puma. There are many shoe options here in the mall. Puma is one of them. Adidas is another. There's a Nike store. So you have several options when it comes to finding athletic footwear in the mall. You have a Lacoste here. That's available as well. So a lot of great options here on the second floor of Alto Palermo Mall. Here we are now on the third floor of the mall with some other great offerings as well. You have Zebra, which is a toy store. We can get some more prices to kind of give you an idea of how crazy some things are. This 42,000 piece puzzle is almost 200,000 pesos. 33,600 piece puzzle is 169 169,000 pesos. 169,000 pesos. Now, for those of you who are following me worldwide who want to know what that costs, again, 1,000 pesos, or I'm sorry, 100,000 pesos is $1,000. That puzzle is going to cost you in USD about 500 bucks. So again, you can see how people just sit here and cannot shake their heads at the prices of the products in this country. Things that you think would be so inexpensive are extremely expensive in this country. And I'm not really sure why that is. I think it has a lot to do with the government and the way things are set up. If you want a Harry Potter doll, 8,290 pesos. That's about, give or take, 45, 50 bucks. Let's take a walk around this third floor. On the fourth floor, you have a Wendy's. Just for Sport is another offering. They offer Adidas and Nike and some of the other fashionable athletic wear that you want to wear and shoes as well. But let's take a walk around the third floor and take a look at the offerings of this mall. As we make our way on the third floor of this mall, we are now up to the food court. And it looks like some of the parts of the food court may be under construction. But I'm going to show you the food offerings that are available to you here in the third floor food court as we walk our way down. Here you have Mostaza, which is basically a burger place. Some of the offerings here, you got 329 mezzalunas. You have milkshakes. Let me close up on that menu a little bit there. 530 pesos. You've got coffee and other offerings available to you. And they have kiosks here. So these are the kiosks here at Mostaza. Let's give one a try just for fun, shall we? It looks like you have Spanish and English, so this is very similar to the McDonald's kiosk that I did over at Newberry Airport. You select English, eat here, takeaway. We'll do takeaway. Now, here we go with the food common options here at number one, Mostaza. You have burgers, 1620 combo, 1760. Looks like you've got some nuggets there for 1580. You got a kids meal for 1410. And let's see what other options available are here at Mostaza. Looks like you got chicken and salads. And it looks like they have wraps here as well. So the salads are right there, $15.20 for salads. Snacks, you have your French fries for the most part. You go to the cafeteria portion, you've got muffins, mezzalunas, looks like it's available. You got tostados for 700 and paninis. And interestingly enough, they have brownies, but they have alfajor, which I am going to do a video. I did one in the past. Check my videos under favorites. I did cachafaz, alfajors before. You'll see that video available. And this is for 480 pesos with a coffee. We go to the pastry section, which actually, I confess, for a fast food place, they've got some pretty good offerings. You got sundaes available, and there's actually quite a few selections. You've got, I lost it. Mostaza. Well, that is really a setback if you're trying to look for a product that it automatically logs you out. So we're gonna try that one more time. That's really a disadvantage here if you're still trying to make up your mind. And let's do takeaway. We're gonna go back to where we were. So you go back to the desserts. Here we go again. As I was saying, you got a lot of great offerings here. You got Sunda banana split. You got DDL banana split. You scroll down, you've got a banana split choco. I mean, these are actually some awesome options for a fast food restaurant. And the prices aren't too terribly bad. You got a Cadbury coconut, twist milka. So a lot of cool options you got available. There's a fruit shake. There's a milkshake frutella for $5.30. That looks really tasty. Dulce de leche. So actually some really good offerings there. So this is Mostaza. And basically, that's the offerings of it. Is a really popular burger place here in Argentina. Now, also in this food court, we're gonna scroll through. You've got down here El Club de Milanesa, which obviously milanesa is another very famous food here in Argentina. For those of you who are outside Argentina, what that actually is that it's actually like a piece of pork. It's basically grilled. Sometimes they put sauce on it, and in addition to that, they put mozzarella on the top, and they call it a Neapolitan. For those of you from the United States, a milanesa, to me, is a tenderloin, if that kind of gives you an idea of what it's like. Now, over here, we have McDonald's, which obviously everybody knows what McDonald's is. And I've done a McDonald's kiosk video in my Newberry video. Please check that out. Here's the bathrooms at the edge of the food court as well. So you have McDonald's, you have Mostaza, and you have El Club de Milanesa. And those are your food choice options here in the food court here at Alto Palermo. Towards the back of the mall here on the 3rd floor of Alto Palermo, you have this pet store kiosk. So if you need a leash or a pet's toy for your dog or cat, you can get that as well here. They do have an Apple store here. And of course, like everything, the Apple store is incredibly overpriced. Now, ironically, this shows you how far behind in times Apple is here in Argentina. This is what they show available, folks. The iPhone 13, and as we all know, the iPhone 14 was introduced last fall. Now, I did ask a representative inside this Apple store when the iPhone 14 will be available. I was told March 2023. So about 6 months behind the times. So it will be available, but not till March. And the price I've already seen is about 160,000 pesos. That's without a phone carrier. As you can see, it is summer here in Argentina, so you see a lot of summer clothes and things like that are actually in trend and in fashion right now. So that's very happening right now because the weather right now in Argentina is about mid-80s to low 90s. Here is a Yeni, it's a bookstore. Now you remember back on the 1st floor, I showed you a bookstore that had all the literature in English. This bookstore does not have anything in English, just Spanish. For those of you seeking a coffee fix, obviously we do have Starbucks available here in Argentina, and it is available here in Alto Palermo Mall as well. Now this mall does have 3 floors, actually 4, but the mall is split, and it's basically split because basically there is part of the mall that goes over the top of the street of Arenelas, and I'm going to show you that to you now as I exit the mall here. I will show you what I'm talking about. This is Arenelas Street, so obviously you can see that is the other half of the mall over there, and then you have the mall on this side over here. Now if you walk this way, some of the stores are accessible from the outside. The Nike store is accessible from the outside. The Adidas store is accessible from Santa Fe Avenue. But I'm going to show you here. Starbucks has actually some sitting areas outside that you can actually sit at, which is great. And then there's another food offering across the street, and the Nike store is accessible as well. So you come up here on Colonel Diaz Street. This mall is situated on Colonel Diaz Street, and up here at the green light is Santa Fe Avenue. And this is the outside of Alto Palermo Mall. Well, that's going to do it for this adventure. That is Alto Palermo Mall here in Palermo. Some great offerings there, and I think as long as you double up on your money, if you have US dollars, you might be able to find some options in there that might be worth your while. Like I said, the shopping here is kind of limited, the selection is limited, and the prices that are of Argentine pesos are a little bit on the high side. So it's kind of a situation, if you want to buy products and services here, you either can choose Mercado Libre, or you can come to the mall and pay, but I would definitely double up at a Western Union or something of that fare. Hey, this is Jared Jams. Look for my videos. You like this video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, let you know of notifications of new videos I got coming up in the near future. Any suggestions of things you want in the near future, please let me know as well. And always remember the opportunity, or I always miss this one. How do I say this? The only opportunity you missed was the one you never took. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.